All right then, welcome everybody to the stream. Today we, fingers crossed, get to, I don't know, 99 sounds pretty hopeful, but maybe we can get there. But we hopefully will finish with the epic quest line that we're currently stuck on. So yeah, that's gonna be an interesting one. I feel like I'm far too zoomed in, but that's fine. Let's get on. Let's hope that the game doesn't crash like it did yesterday immediately. And yeah, once we've done the epic quest line for Minas Tirith, which shouldn't take us all that long because, again, a majority of that time is assumed to be part of the epic battles, which we should be able to just skip because we've already done them. Once that's done, then we will head back up to the Blackroot Vale and we'll start doing some questing, which should then get our questy done, obviously, but also we'll start doing our Slayers and a couple of Explorers as well. Also, if we do get to 100 today, which is ideal, that is a reforge, and then we can go and buy ourselves or have a look at traceries. We currently have the two... what are they? Two of the cracked Rohirrim traceries, so we can afford to buy both of the ones we need. And then we are obviously going to be putting our effort into the heraldries and getting those up to as high a level as possible. Yeah, that's the thing I have looked into, not necessarily like the AIR, though it is an interesting concept to me. I have thought about... Why is my thing not here? Changing a couple more like of the loading screens. It's really weird. I actually have a loading screen that I've changed, but it's never showed up when I changed it. When it was the default one, it showed up all the time because it was the last one that I actually had that still... Let's just go very high and hope that fixes it. There we go. That was weird. Yeah, I switched it and... Oh, before I switched it, it showed up all the time because it was the only one that showed the store. And then I switched it to a different one. It's actually a picture of the... It's actually a screenshot of... What's it called? Like... Not Orthanc. Mount Doom, right? In the Before the Shadow forging quest thing where it shows Sauron forging the ring. If I find it. Yeah, it's this. Wait a minute, let me just turn on display. It's this, but it never shows up. Because I have the Before the Shadow one, that's fine. And then I have these. That shows up pretty frequently. That one, that one, that one, that one. Like, they all show up really frequently, except this one. So I might switch the, like, names or something. But the biggest limitation is the size, right? And I really hope that sometime in the future, they make it so that the size is potentially bigger. Because... right now, the dimensions for it are 1024 by 512, and that is then scaled up to your size, your resolution of your screen. So it's 1024 by 512, scaled up to 2560 by 1440, which just doesn't look good. In an ideal world, they just fix it and make it 1080p by default, and then even if I am scaling to 1440p, it's not as egregiously bad, but that's just something we've got to hope for. Ooh, 100 virtue experience and a heritage rune. That is nice. Level 85 one. Let's do that. And then make our way up to the top. Obviously, once I get to the top, I am going to have to just, like, you know, gonna have to just jump off. I've joked about that before. I have said that I should buy, like, a Sauron helmet and like just wear it one day for stream. Because why not? Obviously, rather expensive if you buy sort of through official means. Oh, right. Okay. At least we're running pretty decently FPS-wise on, considering where we are. Not bad. Bit slow to start, but we'll have all the stable masters, which obviously helps us out in the future generally. Plus, we only really need to do, was it 12 quests? I think it is. Well, actually, no. For this quest chain, there's a couple sub quests, right? So there's 13 chapters, sorry. But then we have a couple of like Guard of the Citadel, Council of Gondor, Need of Discipline, which is chapter 4's wrapper. Obviously, 10 and 11 are Defense of Minas Tirith and Hammer of the Underworld. So normally we would have to go do that extra, but luckily for us we don't. And yeah, I swear whenever my when I start streaming, my nose gets so very itchy. It's very annoying. I don't know how many more legendary things we're going to get from this, though. Because right now, as it stands, we have 86 legendary. So let's do that. We have 8 legendary enhancement runes. At the very least, we need 20. Start lottery streamer drama? I mean...
Prince Imrahil carried
I don't know what I'd have.
Through this gate.
I don't know.
We live.
What would I say to start drama? I feel like I'd rather someone start drama about me than I start drama about them. You know? Because at least that way I could just sort of rebuke it. Is a rebuke a word? I think it is. I'd be like, nah, actually, yeah. But no, I obviously don't really want any issues. I don't want issues with anybody. That sounds like far too much hassle in life. I mean, Minas Tirith, I think, was... Like, you got to remember that this entire zone was kind of...
the fifth circle is the
a couple years in the making.
And it is a
right?
place of learning.
Because
These
from...
are troublesome times indeed.
all the way back here, which is admittedly very, very far away, right? From basically Dunharrow onwards, so Path of the Dead, Blackroot Vale, etc., etc. All of this zone was released over the course of 4 years. And that also includes Osgiliath, Southern Ithilien, Northern Ithilien, and I think technically the Wastes before we went into Mordor. But Mordor was 2017, Helm's Deep was 2014. Wait, no, so 3 years. I lied, not 4 years. Also, welcome, Ghost. Yes, you get to see the best city, in your opinion, for a little bit, and I'm already lost. Normally, I'm quite good at this, but I got distracted for a second. That was really weird popping. I mean... There is a chance that there are things in Minas Tirith that I know better than you. But I think as an average, you probably know more than I do of this one zone. However, I'd argue that this one zone, you win. Most of the rest of the game, I probably know more. Maybe Minas Morgul. I don't know how well you've, or how much you've scoured that zone.
The Council of Gondor meets there.
I know you said once you got to 140, you wanted to just run around Morgul, but I don't know if you ever got around to doing that. Yeah. I know you're like, oh, I can't wait till the level cap goes up and then I can just run around Minas Morgul without anybody attacking me.
It is the steward's command that you learn only the lesser password for this gate.
What's this, steward?
You were denied the greater passwords for some of the levels.
What rubbish!
What rubbish?
Okay, so we want to go Boots of the Anorian Tree. I don't actually know what that looks like. Part of me is thinking that I should, like, cosmetically wear some of this stuff, but I just don't think that looks good. Maybe the... Like, if I get the full set of armor, then, yeah, maybe I'll, like, wear it as a thing. But Feyrand just looks beautiful as he is. So, you know, why would I do that?
Ah, it is good to see a familiar face in this
Peregrine
city of strangers.
Okay. So, yeah, we need to do a couple things. So, Brotherly Rivals, which then means I have to complete the other 2 quests. There's a lot of quests.
Waiting for something to happen.
So, talk to those 3, and then we have to do those 3. Wait, is that a thing? Wait, I don't have to do Brotherly Rivals. And Marathons. Oh, I just picked up a random Minas Tirith quest. Okay. We're not going to do those now. That's going to be for later. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's just... Oh, wait. No. I'm stupid. Let's go get this quest. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump off, then go Soldier's Tier. Because at least we can get that deed completion then. And get a little bit of rep. Does it give us rep a long way down? No, it just gives us the flighty.
Mordor will regret challenging the walls of Minas Tirith.
But yeah, this is probably... isn't the Withered Tree actually a quest I really need to do? Yeah, Withered Tree gives me a Shattered Tracery. Which actually I don't particularly need.
Welcome to the Dome of the Sun.
Dome of the Sun.
The Council of Gondor.
Well, the Council of Gondor holds its meetings. We get a nice model of Minas Tirith, which apparently takes you somewhere. But I don't have the corresponding quest. And there's someone here. Nice.
Yes. Ah, I wonder if you might do me a favor.
I still think that the model of Minas Tirith that we get given, I think the destroyed one should, like, take you to Minas Tirith. Maybe if you've done a certain quest. I think it's just if you're on a certain quest, you, like, click it and it maybe takes you into an instance or something. I also hate that it's already started lagging. Oh, God, what is going on? Task Manager. It's not even, like, a me issue. You know? Like, my CPU, my memory, my GPU, like, nothing is massively high. They're all actually pretty low comparatively for when I stream.
I am nearly ready. Let me copy these down.
So,
it will not be long.
okay, we just have to wait here for a minute while it lags. Yeah, we're just jumping down to... There's got to be something, like, hooked on to Lotro that sort of causes it to have issues. There's got to be, like, something scanning it, you know? I don't know. But the problem is, because there's, like... I mean, that sort of fixed it, but I also don't know if that was the issue. Problem is, like, it's like on network, for example. There's such little amount of network usage with Lotro connection to the servers that it's really difficult to actually pinpoint it down. Like, if I look at my network on Task Manager, it's literally just OBS.
I need someone to bring these resolutions throughout the city.
You think in an internal location, like we are literally inside, it would just be so much better. So I don't know. I wonder if there's anything that I can just like shut, just to shut everything off. Oh. I don't know what I did. Help me. I'm confuzzled. Okay. I don't know if any of that will help, but it's fine. Right, so, kind of annoyingly, we have to now go through each of the normal ways, right? Alt F4. Oh yeah, let me just go do that. I'm sure that helps. Yeah, the problem is now that, I was going to go back up and jump off, but that is not what we can do.
As you know, I am the Warden of the houses.
I'm
of
going to
Hugh.
move that so that I can have the map up and also go down at the same time. Also, I didn't pick up the save master. There we are. Now at least we have all of them. That is good. Very good. Indeed. It is very good. Then there. So yeah, like I said, it shouldn't take us that long, all things considered, to do this. And then back to the Blackroot Vale. I don't really know where... So we have like 4 zones that we can go in. Far and Orient is a bit different because it's up here. I think this area, which is 105. But we can go up to here, theoretically. But I have to do a little bit more looking into what is defined as Old Anorian versus Far Anorian, sort of deed-wise. So we've got to be a little bit careful. Wait, did I not go to the guy? But yeah, looking at what we have so far, Western Gondor, we've got beacons. That should be pretty easy. Paths of the Dead also should be quite easy. Then we've just got Camps of the Enemy, which I don't have. Gondorian Treasure Cache, which I don't know if we've got to be... I don't know if for Gondorian Treasure Cache we've got to be 100 or 105. I think 100 makes
Warden of
sense.
the stores.
2 years. Crazy. I mean, you've been following since March 2016. So it is over 2 years already. Yeah, sorry, 2021, but that's still 2 years. Did I say 2020? I don't know. My brain, no work. I've been a busy person today. Not really. Today's been one of those days where I'm like, I wanted stuff to go wrong, so at least I had something to do. It was just kind of... At the beginning, it was fine. And then sort of halfway through, it just kind of became a bit sluggish. Finding something to do. But now we're back here, and we do have something to do. We have Lotro levels to gain. In fact, we are quite close to getting to that. Oh, my models are taking forever to load. I can chuck one of those on as well. That gives me double XP through the entire next level. So that's good, quite good. And, yeah. Just a lot of traveling, and I do not trust war steeds, generally. The Thirsty Seer. Wait, that's not here. That is so harsh. That is... Okay, that tells you that it's, like, there. It's not. It's there. That is incredibly rude. I'm not a fan of that. Right, we are going to have words with whoever did that.
These are troublesome times indeed.
I mean... Was it a funny joke? Though? I don't know. You smiled. I mean, then it would just be weird for you to have made it the joke. Okay. We're gonna go have a little lunch with Pippin. Is it with Pippin? It is with Pippin, I'm pretty sure. But annoyingly, we actually have to manually travel there. So at least we might be able to talk to this person over here. Not the Bard of Gondor, but whoever's there. And then we'll go over here, which I forgot was actually that far. What I should do? What? No. You know I'm never going to agree to doing that. So I don't know why you try to ask every time. I mean, feel free to just run around yourself. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you, but yeah, not gonna happen. Although this is only gonna be like a 2-hour stream, I definitely have stuff that I need to get done or want to get done. We have a lot actually kind of happening today. Tomorrow we only get a few hours as well, but yeah, I don't know. I still need to do epic battles. I just need to AFK them. 10 hours over the course of 5 days, maybe. I also need to work out when I'm actually doing stuff next week, because I found out today that I am not going to be able to stream. Well, I might be able to stream a bit, but I probably won't be streaming Monday. But I am working pretty much just days, like mornings, next week. So fingers crossed, we should be able to get quite a bit done. Yeah, and not gonna lie, that was very draining. Like, obviously I enjoyed it. But also, it's one of those problems of sort of the more that the further ahead I am now, the less there is for me to do, if that makes sense. Like, obviously new stuff comes out and we can do the new stuff, but at the same time, there's less like, oh, well, I need to do crafting and I need to go get this stuff for this character, and like, there's less excuses to just do random stuff as much, which kind of sounds weird, but is technically the truth.
How may I help you, friend?
That's why I like the completionist characters. And like, I don't know if I'd stream them, but obviously I've talked about the idea of joining up with a kinship, like a leveling kinship, right? That do, I think most are on like 75, 85 at the moment. The two main ones, right? I could be wrong about that, but I had thought about doing that on my brawler and stuff, but I don't know. Why do I need to do something epic battles? I need stars of merit. So because Feyrand is going to be level capped at 100, the next, so we AFK, well, we got all the epic battles done, right? To get the gold pieces, because you can just buy them. However, those are all 95 stuff, and then there are just level 100 versions. They're exactly the same, like, they're the same stats but better, but they're the same set bonuses, and technically I could just, you know, keep what I have, but if we're actually sort of specifically saying, hey, we're going for best in slot gear before we move on and getting everything done and whatever, then then yeah, that's something that we do need to do. Luckily, as I've said before, you can, that's the wrong button, you can AFK these two instances, and the higher level you are, the more stars of merit you get from a specific epic battle. So really all I need to do is, it's like half an hour or something.
My brother and I have been
And I can
teaching
just
the folk
AFK
here
them
how to
on
bring
my
down
140s,
Womak.
go do something else with my life, or like alt tab, and I don't know, I could even play just a different account or whatever, and it'll just sort of vaguely do it for me.
Have you seen our father around the city anywhere?
But yeah, that is something we have to do. Luckily for us, we don't have to do it ever again after 100, so that's kind of nice. There is a chance I think we can still get higher level. No, I think epic battles also can give me essences, but they only give me maximum level 100. We can technically get an essence ring at higher levels, but the scaling for the stats is not that great. So yeah, just kind of one of those things. Luckily, as soon as we get to 105 is going to be a bit of a problem. And then 115 is just going to be, from 115 onwards, is just going to be mostly motes gear. Yeah, it's not great. I mean, to be fair, at the moment, I think performance, this isn't really fair, but I think performance across the entire game is not that great at the moment. Server-wise especially, there's been a lot of stuttering and hitching. And it's not just me. I understand that my game performs a little bit worse when I'm streaming, which is annoying because I can't show it running smoothly, because when I start recording and streaming or whatever, that's when it starts doing badly. But that pop-in was terrible, for example.
Must learn to obey my words. There will be no sons of mine.
Yeah, so it's not actually that bad when I'm not recording and streaming and stuff, but yeah, I think it's a general all-around issue at the minute, which is just a little bit upsetting. I'd be happy if the game's performance was directly tied to my equipment, like my computer's hardware. That would be like fine, because then it's a me issue, right? It's something I can remedy by either getting an upgrade or by just doing near enough anything. But when it's like a server-side thing, it's a little bit disheartening, because it's like, well, I can't do anything about this. I'm actually just surprised it's not like super lagging at the minute. Luckily for us at the minute, we don't have to jump between before, after, and during battle. Well, that's the thing as well, right? I want to upgrade my computer eventually, and we were talking about it the other day, but like if I go, so Lotro is single core game, right? If I end up getting a CPU that's like 16 cores and like 24 threads or whatever the 12700K or 13700K is, right? In theory, it could perform worse overall, because there's sort of less performance on that single core, right? If that makes sense.
And furthermore,
Or like less performance it can even like
do
benefit
you
from, I
see?
guess.
There is nothing to worry about after all.
I think it's just an engine limitation, but at what point is that just like an annoying excuse, right? I understand porting the game to a whole new engine could probably be quite awkward, but I think eventually it has to happen in some way or another. I mean, I don't know what a lurk command would look like. Normally, people just put that and it's just like, hey, I'm lurking. I think having it as a command would actually be like spammy almost. Because from my understanding, at least engine-wise, isn't the Lotro... I think the Lotro engine / DDO engine is like based on a Asheron's Call engine, which is even older than this game.
How?
For obvious reasons. That's like 2002. So it's like, I think it's a heavily edited engine from a 2002 game. So it's like, you know, 20-year-old engine. Yo, he's gotta be up there, right? And let's go find you, Mr. Warden of the Coffers.
Thank you for bringing this resolution to me.
Cool,
I'll act
and
upon it at once.
Dr. Peregrine took.
There may once have been good reasons for using such stones.
And then I've got to go talk to this guy. Can I get there from here? Or do I actually have to? Because Minas Tirith has a lot of invisible walls. Sometimes it lets you just do whatever you want. Sometimes it really doesn't. Isn't there a couple of like anniversary things coming? I don't know if there's one near me. Let's see. Return of the King's 4-hour extended cut is heading to cinemas for 20th anniversary. Release date 23rd of September 2022. It's got to be a little bit away. Bring the grim report to someone.
As
Wait,
the
who will I
Warden
have
of the
to go
Green,
talk to?
it is my duty to preserve the townlands.
I still need to find the
your
time. Not necessarily find the time, but sort of organize myself some time to go to the cinema, because I do just want to, like, watch something. But I don't know. Sometimes I feel like watching a film. I feel unproductive sometimes. I'm like, I could be doing something for these 2 hours. Alright, yo, let's... Oh, I could have gone the other way. That would actually have been better. Yeah. That's the thing. Because I was looking at the 12700K or 13700K, whichever kind of makes more sense, right? Because I could use DDR4 for that. For a 13th gen. I was like, I think in every other scenario, it will probably end up benefiting me. Like, except Lotro. Like, editing, it'll help, most likely, plus my GPU. Like, just general other multitasking things, you know. And then Lotro, which is probably a primary sort of, you know, if you looked at what programs my computer runs, it is probably in the, top 5. And it just doesn't really... It's probably going to have a detrimental effect, if anything. Though I could hope that it maybe fixes some issues. Not issues, but like makes OBS perform better sometimes. The thing is, it's not just Minas Tirith though, right? That's the worst part. Like, I understand Minas Tirith has a lot of things going on, and Bree is quite a densely populated area. But then, I don't know, if I'm out in the middle of Rohan, for example, I don't feel like it should affect me that badly. I remember a story, I don't know how true this is, right? I remember a story of hearing this years back about, I think it was Minas Tirith, where they actually had to place like planks underneath, like basically some of the ground wouldn't properly work, so it would drop NPCs through, so they had to put basically planks of wood essentially, or just an object underneath to hold them, because they would just fall through. Again, I could be imagining that, but I feel like I heard that story a few years back, and it's kind of one of those stories that I'm like, really? It might be fixed now by this time, but it's weird. I'll occasionally try and catch up with some Cord the Ring streams, and it really messes me up sometimes, because I'm like, I think Cordovan plays at like 1080p, but the fact he runs on Ultra, I can run Ultra, but he seemingly doesn't have as many issues. And I'm like, I have a pretty good PC.
Will help safeguard the
Maybe
city.
having a worse PC is the actual play. Also, resolution is probably part of it, 'cause it's just got to push more, I guess. But I'm so used to 1440p now that it's just one of those things. Yeah, literally, they test it for his PC. I mean, I understand from a point of view of if you're going to be streaming the game as like an official representative of the company that makes it, you don't want to be sort of showing it in bad light. But yeah, I don't know. I guess there's also the advantage of assuming the servers are in Boston. Presumably he lives close or within that zone, and would be super close to where the servers are located.
There you are. I've been looking.
So there's probably also that advantage. It's gonna be my ultimate plan. One day I'll go to SSG, wherever SSG is, and I'll bring a laptop and I'll just play Lotra on it. Get the best ping. That would be like a really funny video concept if it was ever like capable of happening. Just, I could imagine sort of an intro to that being like, I traveled all the way to SSG's headquarters just to get a stable ping.
Mithrandir said you would
Okay,
be happy to
Helm of the
undertake this
Anorian
act. Go to
thingy.
the north gate of the Ramus and learn why Ingold has
And
not
then we
come
have to go
down.
to Ingold. Hey, at least we're like gathering stuff. So I got a couple things. I've got boxes of essences, which should go into our things here. So we have vitality and we have agility. And then we have our boots of the Anorian tree and our helm of the Anorian tree. We have our legendary enhancement runes. So we have 10 of those. And then we have incomparable enhancement runes. Eventually, reduced awareness. Oh, what a surprise. I would have never guessed. And then we also have our 86 Trace 3 Incomparable Mastery cooldown. No, thank you. at least one advantage we have now, potentially, is when we first made this character, or when the new tracery system came into play, which was around the time we were at level 60. One massive concern we had was at level... So we can get cracked Rohirrim tracery, we can get cracked Gondorian tracery. There's 3 of those that we can get, so work can be made on that. But there was a really big concern on 106s, Ithilian ones, 116. Wow, this game is amazingly stable right now. Yeah, 116 stuff, and then 121 and 131. But with... But with the delvings, we're a bit better. I'm really curious. Because this is a horrible experience right now. I'm just gonna go on very low, and I apologize because it's gonna look terrible. But I wonder how bad it affects it. I wonder if there's some setting. If I still lag with very low, I mean, I can't see Ministerials, but I'm still... No, I'm still going down to 5 FPS. Oh my god. What on earth? Why? Like, I understand maybe having to reload everything at the lower textures, but... I've never had it this bad. I regret going to 100. And again, it's not my CPU. My CPU is at like 66%. My GPU is at 70%, and that's with like OBS. Also, my cloak looks absolutely despicable. I mean, okay, now I'm getting 120. So something clearly happens there. Like, now that it's done that, like, that is buttery smooth. But also looks terrible. Can I just put, like, model detail high, material detail high? What's yeah, texture detail. I will play like that to get this frame rate. The game still looks not terrible with model textures a little bit higher. Okay, I'm still getting a little bit of hitching though. The moment I kind of do anything loads in.
I cannot return to the city just yet. I have disturbing news.
It's the most barren thing ever that I've seen. You don't count, no. I have to find specifically Sulaha. Suhula. I always call him Sulaha. Okay, I was getting letters mixed. I have to find specifically those enemies. No wonder there's like a PvP override thing, right? You've got a PvMP performance override. I do think it's partially something to do with streaming though, because when I'm not streaming, it's actually fine. Pretty sure there's a big camp over here. I won't be able to tell. There we go. You're riding with me? Oh. Okay, that one I will say, fair enough. Not really. It shouldn't lag every time I level up, but fair enough at least. I was leveling up during that, so I will assume that to be the reason why it lagged, but... I swear the range must have gone up on these things. I'm curious now, though. If I jack everything up to Ultra... Because again, in theory, my GPU isn't being hit that bad. What if Ultra made it better? What if I lagged less with Ultra? Everything looks nice now because it's actually not on low. Okay. We'll give a chance for everything to load in because we have trees that don't have actual stuff on them. Yeah, I don't really think there's much we can do because I think the stuttering is just here to stay. There is a chance going Ultra is not the greatest idea, but guess that's something we work out in the future. I just want a game that performs well. Oh, we are going up to crit host. Aww. Feels like anytime anything happens, it just hitches. It's weird. That was a can't move. Oh. Okay, I'll admit, I'm on a war steed. I expect it to break slightly. Let's wrap around. Yeah, so I'm going to look at these quests. So Beyond the Ramus. Beyond... To be fair, I opened all these quests yesterday, so at least they're in my kind of history. The net closes. Ring of Foes, Matter of Lineage, Reserves of Courage, Long Siege. What the Steward saw with a tree, Mad with Terror, Fires of the City. Minister, Defense Minister, Hammer of the Underworld, Darkest Hour, and Time Yet Remains. Find people, tell them to return. Kill 8 enemies. Talk to Ingold. Cool. This also opens up, as far as I'm aware, the dailies. So that's something that we can maybe do. I know it's technically kind of skipping ahead from what I said I was going to do, because I said I was going to go back to the other place. But I think it does make sense because... because Ingold is... Well, okay, yeah, retaking the northern Ramus and also the southern side will give us the builder's tokens, give us enhancement runes, which I don't think is going to be particularly important, but maybe if we do end up making a tanking set again. I'm curious now with the sort of, you know, Warden changes, what a tanking set is going to look like, and how we can benefit from that. And also, I want to see how much morale we can get.
I am alive, and I still possess the fighting spirit.
Did you not take damage? Take damage. Yeah, builder's tokens can then be changed into the armor. What am I killing? Wargs or Warg Riders? Hello, Mr. Warg Rider. Didn't mean to do that, but okie dokes. I should check as well. Oh wait, I can't. Unless I've got one that's already on advanced. I think there is one that's close. Yeah. I get enhancement runes out of it. So there's something. Why, Mr. Boar, are you attacking me? Wait, how did you get damaged from that? I'm so confused. Also, ambush during fight does not sound like a way to sort of do that. I guess ambush into a resounding challenge could be an interesting way of going about it. Resounding challenge into ambush gives you that little extra boost of damage. So there's something. That's one. Let's try that actually. Resounding challenge, then ambush. Oh, okay. Knockout is replaced with a mounted turn rate debuff. That's a lot more boring. I don't like that. I'm not a fan.
You've done well, my friend.
And we get an
Before I can
Honorian
return,
tree
We
thingy.
have to recall the scouts I sent forth from
And then we gotta go kill some foes. Or fight some foes. And then tell 2 people to return. And I can't fully remember, but I want to say one of them is probably dead. It's just generally how this sort of thing ends up going. If you've ever done it before, you kind of know that's the case. But maybe I am incorrect. I'm fingers crossed saying that there should be enemies in this little campy bit over here. If not, we have tons of enemies following us, probably in a second. Also, I don't know if you get anybody attacking you or if you just kind of return. We'll find out in a second. Oh, wait. I have to urge retreat. Okay, this maybe didn't go as well as I'd planned. Okay, you should die in a second. Thank you. You should die? No. Wait, I'm not in combat with you. How did that end up happening? But he's in combat. Looks in combat. Get over here, please. Wait, I wasn't targeting anybody then. Can you kind of use it on yourself as a thing? Is that how that works? Okay, at the very least, he'll die in a minute, and we'll start making our way to the other guy. Dead. Oh god. Fist spear damage over time. I think that's already something that I have anyway. Could be wrong. Fist spear, was it? I actually don't have fist spear damage over time, but I don't know what that entails. I mean, does that entail? No, fist shield. For that one. What's fist spear? Javelin of Fate? Exaltation of Battle? So does that increase my morale tap? I think that's a question I asked the other day. Final enemy. Perfect. And then we go back. So I was actually incorrect. Both of them were alive. And we are halfway through, actually, so that's pretty good. Though we are an hour in, so maybe we'll only just get through this today. We'll see. But obviously, at first, it takes a bit longer every single time because... Or at the beginning, because we're getting the original travel location stuff. We're getting, you know, the stable masters and whatever. Now we can go to the north gate from here, in theory. And everything should be fine.
These are troublesome times indeed.
I also need to look up... not necessarily look up, but on the wiki... Muster in Minas Tirith. We have to have friends standing with the defenders of Minas Tirith. So that's going to be interesting. We can also then buy after battle Minas Tirith, which is quite fun. And then Host of the West will be all the other stuff. So oh, Ingold, I will help you. I think this is another one where we just gotta kind of stand around for a minute. Hi.
Darathont has not yet returned. We cannot wait long.
We can wait about 30 seconds. Are you enemies I can attack? You are. Okay. Dead. 3 seconds.
We cannot wait any longer. Ride! Ride to the city!
And by ride, I'm going to casually go to the stable master and just be like, hey, yeah, can we go to that place, please? But obviously having all the travel locations will also help us with the upcoming questing that's going to happen, because having all those locations already open is just a lot quicker for us to just get to and from. Let's just check actually how much we need to fill up. That takes so long to fill up. Wow, really? It doesn't scale out. I kind of forgot that. It's kind of ridiculous though. So we do not have Ostanglebed, and we do not have Glaniath. Glaniath? We are also missing, apparently, just Minas Tirith, but that's after battle. And Aragorn's Pavilion, but that's also after battle. So that's a thing. Warstead of the Rohirrim, which is up there, which actually reminds me of where that place is now, so that makes sense. I haven't got Osgiliath, also I apparently haven't got... That's after battle, no wonder. But I do have Faramir's Lookout. So I think, other than those two, I have everything that I can get now. Because I think North Ithilien... No, this is North Ithilien, this is Farinorian, right? So we can't quite technically go there yet.
What can you tell me of the situation in Talathano?
First off, I don't have enough room. Second off, I don't have enough room to disenchant the thing to give me room. Cool. Okay, let's keep these. Let's double check I'm not selling. I need them as well. Bop, and a bop, and a bop. I really need to sort out my inventory. It's becoming problematic. Oh, this is the ring that I was thinking of. It's got a lot of physical mastery. And a decent amount of crit. Yeah, at some point we will delete all those. I think Snake Speaks I can get rid of. To be fair, this Nadheen robes, other than maybe cosmetically, no. We can get rid of those as well. But yeah. We'll sort it all out at some point. For now, let me just double check that it's the agility stuff, even though let's be honest, I'm not using it.
Time is short.
I can get rid of some of these, right? Actually, no, I think all of these are actually kind of beneficial to us. Right, I do not want to be typing in chat. I want to be looking at that. So, talk to Mithrandir, talk to Arador, and Ekadon. So, let's just start heading this way. We have to do a matter of lineage, a long siege, and reserves of courage. I probably should have swift traveled, but it's fine. Oh. I get stuck on so many things in Minas Tirith. It's kind of problematic. Okay. I don't know which one this is. I want to say Reserves of Courage, because I'm pretty sure this is a thing. Laura, thank you for the resub. Thank you very much. Why do I feel like my stuff is still on low, even I clicked Ultra? What is going on? It's this guy that I need to talk to. And I need to go...
Withered tree commits acts of
Oh,
cruelty
right.
to
This is
sick.
the Withered Tree stuff, I think. I don't know. This quest line confuses me. There's kind of a lot going on, but also kind of not a lot going on. It's like... I just want to get to the fight that I've already done. So I can skip it. Really, I just want to get to level 100. I doubt level 100 is happening tonight. Maybe tomorrow. If not, it's going to be like Tuesday or something before we get it. It's going to be a little while. In fact, I should double check that. Because Monday, apparently, I've got some meeting that I have to go to. So that's going to be stopping the stream that would normally be going on. But I don't know for the rest of it. Let's have a little peek. Okay, so Tuesday I have off. So Tuesday we might do a big old get to level 100 questing thing. Wednesday I'm working the morning till 4, so we should hopefully have a normal 6 p.m. stream. Thursday I'm on till 5, so hopefully again 6 p.m. or maybe 7. We might start a little bit later that day. Friday I'm on till 9, so that'll probably be no stream just because it's going to be quite late. And then Saturday, Sunday 8 like normal. So yeah, 5 streams ideally, but we're probably going to have a lot of focus on this character for just a little bit, just because of the way things go. You know, we've got a lot to do now. When Feyrand was at 95 and it was just the very small, like, repetitive, oh, I have to just complete this Slayer kind of stuff, then it was a little bit more difficult to... Why are you up there? Then it was like, I don't know, I kind of didn't want to do as much sometimes, but having so much content, like 2 years worth of content basically in front of us, there's going to be a lot of repetition, I think. But what we'll do most likely is the beginning of it, we'll just kind of do like with the repeatables, we'll do like one on stream and then the rest we'll do off kind of thing. Because yeah, I don't know really what we're going to be doing in terms of repeatables in some cases.
Listening to these whispers.
Where am I going? All the way over there. Are you kidding me? Absolutely ridiculous. I can't even, like, I could swift travel to there, but it's not really going to be worth it considering loading times. So we just have to do this. Yeah, I still feel like I'm on low settings, even though I'm actually on ultra. Analyzing your hardware. Very high. I mean, let's be honest, I can play on ultra. It's fine. Now I have to rely on the map and try and... There we are. I was going to say, I have to rely on the map to try and not get blocked. Whoa. Okay. We're having this whole lovely thing where we're traveling on the map, just not on the mini map. So even more so, we've got to kind of be careful. Way, look at that. I had to like reload everything in. But I think the fact that it's reloading everything in should mean that everything is the correct settings. Because it's sort of removing everything, putting everything back. Yeah, unhappy gods. What up?
How can we hope to have victory?
I'm going to speak of Helagrod. I've done Helagrod. And Gorith, I mean, I've done everything on here, right? So I had thought, what happens if you haven't done any of these? I think it actually just shows you memories of adventure if you haven't actually done any of these, but I could be wrong. Memories of the Rift. Yeah, because I don't think Memories of the Rift was a thing that showed up before. It's kind of cool that it does. That's like just a really cool model. I kind of want to just get a screenshot of that even. Too bad it's like flashing. It's kind of sad that I can't redo this quest.
Can it be?
After the fact.
Can we find such courage as this?
right. We've done that quest. Do we want to give it in? I guess it's on the same level, so it makes sense to do that. Then what we're going to do is just head up to here and complete that stuff, I guess. Yeah, I don't really... I think that's the last sort of wrapper quest. Ring of Foes? So, Matter of Lineage, which is actually an instance. A Long Siege, which is the one that's going to take actually a little while. We have to kind of go up and down a bit, I think. What the Steward saw was a instance. I love when this happens. White City... the City Besieged has another wrapper. And then Defense Minister, Hammer of the Underworld. Wow, they... I mean, I get it. It's not like books are supposed to be quick when it comes to this. But this is why leveling this way isn't exactly the best, because in the time we're doing, you know, 13 chapters or whatever, plus, you know, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19... 20, 21, 22. In the time we spent like 2 hours doing 22 quests, let's say. In the time we're doing that, how many standard quests could we do when we're doing like 4 at a time?
I fear this will get worse before it gets better.
Okay. How much experience is that? 89,850 experience. And this is all level 100 stuff now. It'll just be capped at 100 for the horse controls like a boat. Yeah. War Steeds are not exactly the greatest at the best of times. Plus Minas Tirith is, you know. I think most people compare it to ice skating when you're on a War Steed. My regular horse would be better. But slower overall. Maybe I should just do the hobby horse the entire time. That would be a better idea. I really don't want to do a Long Siege. I might do a Matter of Lineage first, just because it's an instance. Because otherwise, I'm going to do this really long one and then have an instance, and I'm going to hate it. So at least doing it this way might make life a little bit more manageable. Mithrandia. Oh yeah, literally an instance. Oh, I think I know exactly which one this is. This is the archive. Yeah, archive one. The little library.
Your encounter with Gothmog fills me with a dread I cannot explain. I hope to learn why.
Right. I can't remember if this is one of those things where there's a specific like place you've got to read, or if it's just random. Also, this is bad. I'm just gonna shut a few more things, but sub 20 FPS. Yikes. I do not know what's up with this recently. I'm actually a little curious. And this will mess up a few things, but if I do this, I should go into windowed mode, and then it's 1080p, right? It's not even resolution. Just, yeah. Oh, now apparently me just moving my, going back into full screen just fixed everything. Okay, let's just follow now. Maybe that's the solution. Just occasionally, I don't know, go windowed mode and then go into full screen again. Maybe that just fixes it. It shouldn't be a thing that fixes it. But maybe that is it. Just somehow. Also, again, I don't know if there's a specific book that we have to read or just it's random or whatever. Listen to me, friend here. Is there a mod for 4K? There's no, like... I assume you more meaning, like, UI scaling and stuff. There isn't a mod or anything. It is something that they do supposedly being worked on by SSG at the moment. But, yeah, it's... That's why I don't play... Like, my TV's 4K, and I make a point of never playing on that because I just can't read anything on it. But maybe in the future. Oh, to make the art better? In terms of what, like graphics and stuff? I mean, the graphics aren't that bad. Like textures and stuff are actually pretty good, all things considered. Especially considering the age of the game. And they are currently working on new stuff for like character customization and stuff. Better textures in that regard. If you're mourning like loading screens and stuff, unfortunately not. That is something I do want them to work on, is actually making it at least like 1080p, not 1024 by 512 or whatever it is. Give me a sec. Sorry, Miss Fandy, I was distracted. Yeah, man. And let's go to the long or a long siege.
I feared it might be so.
Wow, the fact that it took that long for this sound. Oh, I love you, Lotro, but you really frustrate me sometimes. I need a stream where I'm like not allowed to complain about lag. We should have Oh, this is a really stupid idea. There should be this something. You know how people do those? I don't think you can do it on Twitch, but there's like things where you get like not a punishment necessarily, but something happens when you get like when something happens. It's like sorry, something happens when something happens.
To assess the city's food stocks.
Yeah, they do like they shock you when something happens. All right, I don't think you can do that on Twitch, as I said, but it's like imagine every time I complain about lag, I have to go do something else. Or every time the game stutters, it would be terrible. And it's running, it's behaving for the minute. I mean, I'll give it credit there.
These inventories will help us ration food during the siege.
Okie dokes. Down one layer. We may as well just swift travel because it's going to be a lot quicker. So let's go straight to Sage's tier. Stable master, please. Oh, you finally spawned. Thank you.
These are
What did I say I
times
needed to go
indeed.
to? It was Sage's tier. Cool. Store person, guard, I need to talk to you. Go to the very back of the upper stores and use the upper stores inventory.
You are welcome to enter the stores, but remove nothing.
Also, incomparable thingies, upper inventory. Let's lock that so I don't accidentally sell it. And boom. Find the entrance to the lower stores just north of the main gate to the city on the first circle. Luckily, we're right by a stable master, so we can just go straight down to the first circle anyway. Main gate, yeah. Will this affect me too much? I'm a little bit concerned. Okay, this one I actually think there is actually a difference in the outcome of this quest because there is a subset of this quest. So that'll be interesting to look at. Also, another thing I want to look at is my vault thing. Because I have legendary enhancement runes. I don't know if I will use them.
We're inside.
I guess it depends on
It's a waste of time and effort.
how many I get ultimately. I'm looking to get 20. If I can get 20, I'm happy. Because 20 is my heraldries. Some food is missing. Hey, man, what up? How come it doesn't match? I think we just go back to Sage's tier. No, Sage's tier? Master's tier. And then that's done. And, oh, God, I don't know. Also, I'd like to point out, it's not even on the ground properly. It's also got back-face
Yes.
culling, I think.
Are you finished? You should tell Mirador about the rats. Nothing to be done.
Yeah, rats. Right, Master's tier.
These are
All the
troublesome
way
times
up.
indeed. And I think, yeah, I think we go back down. I actually haven't got the wiki page up at the moment, so I can't even look. That door was not shut. Just saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay, Warden of the Stores. I'm a Warden
Well,
of the
we have all
Wars.
the goods we expect.
I don't know. Confront Durian outside the lower stores. Into the first circle. So then we go back, and then we got to come back up, and then we got to go back to down here, I think, to then go. So we got to go down there, then back here, then down there to go get another quest, I think, and then back up to the top, and I don't know. Just gotta wait for the good old Stable Master to show. Hello,
may I
thank you
help
for
you,
showing up
friend?
to work today. Though I could find it pretty easily. Just epic quests, right? And then we scroll down, and then we're on book 4. No. Volume 4, book 4 is what we're on, not volume 3. Okay, let's go to him. Darion, my not even friend, acquaintance.
All right, I admit the deed.
We can either forgive him and get the Jacket of Honorian Mercy, which
Understand.
looks terrible with my
have
current
my
setup,
thanks.
or
And that of my family.
we get exactly the
Pox
same.
on you. 1,000 poxes.
I'm gonna forgive him because I'm just such a nice guy.
You understand? You have my thanks. And that of my family.
And then, yeah, we just get exactly the same thing. It's fine. Talk to Imrahil. So I guess it's kind of nice. We don't have to go all the way down. But then we do have to go all the way to the top again for the other quest. So at least it's something. But
we are ready.
Gondor
is
needs your
it
aid.
Master's tier? Yeah, I don't think there's any stat difference. It's just one of those kind of like, I don't know about how other people feel, but when I'm given a choice, I'm the sort of person that has to look up the 2 outcomes of the choice. And then that, I like to be the nice person, right? I'll forgive or I'll try. In games like, you know, whatever, Mass Effect, for example, I'll always try and be good, well-behaved, nice.
but I'm always very, very cautious of what outcome it has. So sometimes if it gets me like an otherwise unobtainable piece of gear that is like really good, but I have to be a little bit mean to get it, you know, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Okay. I swear he will behave. Cool,
good.
I'll go down there in a minute. I
Delia
don't
on
think
the
I have to
city
go down
and the
there
council
immediately,
are indebted
because we're
to you.
probably going to have to go down in a second. There's no, like, limiter to it. It's literally just, hey, we don't even technically have to forgive him or turn him in, I don't think. It just kind of lets us ultimately do whatever. But we do get a box of 2 essences, and again, we also get the outfit as well. If we look at our whole thing, we don't even get a full Nadine set. My hair isn't even looking like that. Come on, there we are. I'm just missing shoulders, but I could go Nadine shoulders. That looks terrible with those. Yeah. I mean, maybe without the hat, I could justify it, but I mean, that's not terrible, but it's still weird that it doesn't quite fit with each other, even though it's part of the same set. Mr. Captain of the Citadel, please, I will have your attention.
Looking for you. The steward has summoned you.
Okay.
Peregrine the halfling will bring you before the steward.
I will bring you before the steward.
Cool.
Keep your wits about you.
There is much to do, and now I hear the steward has summoned my friend for an audience. Time-wasting rubbish.
Yeah, Denethor, sort it out. More enhancement runes. So we have 12 total. Denethor, what up? Oh my god, his eyes. Those eyes are just scary. Okay, it's starting to lag again. So I am going to go with my theory that if I go
Look
window
deep
then full
within the
screen, it
stone,
might just fix
as
it.
I have done. Will you see what I have seen?
The Anor Stone, more like Palantir. Okay, it's not really worked, has it? Hazy images swell before your eyes. We get to see Frodo. Eventually, we get to see Frodo. I think Frodo's the first one we see. Is it? Oh, not quite. I mean, these guys are just floating. So, I mean, if we've just got floating enemies, I don't even know what to think. He doesn't even have a quest ring above his head. It kind of ruins it when you kind of have this very brief thing. I'm spending more time in the loading screen than I am in the actual scene. I mean, I will say the game is good looking. It's just
The forces of Mordor
performance.
fill Osgiliath and spill
It's
into
a
the
little bit of a
plain.
different story, I think, right now. I mean, it's a bit better here. A whole 30 FPS cinematic. That's what it is.
Here, Gun. errand rider of Gondor. He is slain.
Oh. Right, okay, cool. Like, if it faded in and then out, right, to a different scene. See, this is better. If it faded in and then out to these scenes without a loading screen, like if it was just located within the same sort of instance area, just like very cut off because you can't really move, then that would make it look a lot better. But at least this very small Tower of Kirith Ungol area is quite fancy.
No.
Examine the captured
Mithrandir's
naked
lackey is held
Frodo
captive.
hobbit.
My greatest fear comes to pass. Isildur's bane, taken by the enemy.
He said Isildur really weirdly. Isildur. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The fact that it's red and looks like that, I wouldn't trust it anyway. If I go over to Karis Galadon right now, if I go over to Lothlorien, he's gonna be there. Frodo's gonna be there. So I'm sure he's safe. Okay, we're now in Minas Tirith besieged with new earrings. Interesting. And another 2 enhancement runes, legendary. So that's actually quite good. And I cannot talk to Darion because he is currently... He might be dead, for all I know. Oh, this is horrible.
So
I have to
Arnor
actually
still
travel
remain in the
between.
tower. I wondered if it was so. There is no more leaving the city. Minas Tirith is surrounded.
I can leave the city. I just have to use one of my travel skills. Getting back into the city might be a little bit problematic. Actually, no, I should be able to just use the horse at that point. But this is our last wrapper. There are 13 chapters, as we said. We are on chapter 9. This just hasn't loaded. I'm scared to walk over it. Normally, it's not this bad. I feel sorry if someone's, like, first impression of this game is my experience today. Because I will say this is not typical. It's just unfortunately kind of what's happening. I really hope this is up on the 2nd tier. Or on this tier. Come on. How is Besieged running, like, smoother? It's still low FPS. It's smoother. Please tell me that I'm on the right layer. I think I am. I think it's just up here. Yeah. Ingold, my buddy old pal.
An icy chill grips my heart.
I'm just going to press delete and U. That's kind of it. Super easy. I will say, I actually thought that there was a chance that if I stayed like an extra hour last stream, that we would be able to just like finish the
to muster their fear.
the epic. I was like, I think I finished at like 11 for me. And I was like, oh, maybe if I finished, like, at midnight, if I go on the extra hour, do you think I'll be able to finish it? I wouldn't have been able to. There is no way. I think the server was actually worse last night in some cases as well, so Yeah. Problematic. Oh, these guys aren't all returning. You guys are terrible. They speak convincingly. Either that or I ran away too quickly. I think that could be a situation. Did I like click off a bit too early, or was it a situation of I was really unlucky to start? I don't know. No. Flee, there is no victory for us. And then these guys respawn. So I think I was just really unlucky at the beginning. That's fine. Please? Nope, he's not going to fight. You're terrible. You don't deserve to be whatever you are. Really? Nobody wants to fight. I mean, I'm fighting. I probably don't even really need to. Okay. I will return to my post. We are like the greatest motivational speaker of Middle Earth.
I will fight
Cool,
until the
done.
last of my courage is spent.
And we're also getting rep for this, which is nice. I don't know if we can push up to friend. That is quite a push. But maybe known? I don't even know where we are in terms of rep here. I do need to still work on a few. So obviously Pelagear is one that we can work on soon. Dol Amroth as well. Taylor's Guild eventually I do need to do some work with. But then we should have Eldgang is another one I just need to like hunker down and do. I am halfway to Eldgang, so either I just put on an alt account and then take myself through Rift occasionally, like what is it, Monday, Thursday I think is the reset. So if I did it like tonight or tomorrow night before Monday reset, then we could just do it sort of twice relatively quickly, and maybe I'd get a drop or something. I can do it solo. It's just going to be, it's a lot quicker doing it with someone, with an alt. Just trying to remember the way it's going to go. So yeah. It's a lot of reps though. Dol Amroth, Pelagear, Ringlo Vale, Doran Ernil, Lebanine, Rangers of Ithilien, and then Defenders of Minas Tirith are all reps that we're going to have to take part in. And we got given a few rep accelerators, but nothing massively useful. Yeah. It's kind of nice though. I like having a lot of stuff to do. And I just know that the fire is just stopped. I just know that we're at least going to have something to do for a while, which is ideal. Like, I don't want to, I don't know. I found the end of 95 quite boring because it was just epic battles and like those last two slayers, which were just painful. Whereas at least here I've got like the dailies and I've got like roving threats. Not technically that I need any roving threats because it's, you know, legendaries aren't the same and stuff. Though I wonder if there is a benefit to our legendaries. Can't you buy something with them now? Yeah, that's the thing. Like warbands, roving threats. Like there's quite a lot to do now for us. Oh, I think it's just heritage runes. Isn't that a thing that we can get? I think it is literally just heritage runes. But we do need to try and do as many roving threats as we can because we need to, in theory, get more gold crests. There's a couple different levels we can go with this, so I'm going to have to probably get myself some Essence Reclamation Scrolls, but we can get sort of Teal 2 Essence slot items, and then we can get Teal 3 Essence slot items, and then we can get Teal 4 Essence slot items, but with no base stats, like the Faramir stuff. So I might try and do all of them at some point. Not necessarily just the one, like end game one. Might try and like, I don't know. We'll just see. At this point, the wiki for this like area of levels, the wiki isn't fully sort of up to date, I don't think. Because if I look up armor index and armor set index specifically, I know they're technically not sets, but if they're part of it, they, you know, if they've all got the same name, you think it's a set. But the Causeway Keeper is commendations from Etten Moors, so we don't really want that. The Warden stuff is Armor of the Beacon, which is item level 192 from Dol Amroth dailies, which technically is a thing, but isn't that we want. But then if I go to, you know, medium 91 to 100 armor, all it says here is Wormtongue's Mystery and Wormtongue's Secret, and that medium armor is crafted by tailors, and there's not actually anything other than that that it tells us. So I can't, I don't know, I'm gonna have to go through item treasury and basically just look at everything again, which is what I generally do every 5-10 levels. Kevin. What am I even doing? Let's take this quest off. Pick up a water bucket and talk to Hurin in the Besiege in the Dome of the Sun. Wait, I've got to go back in here. Why do I keep doing this? Where is he? What are you doing?
Change the lesser passwords.
Okay. We have to do new passwords at 3 areas specifically, and if you got the old one, tough. This is good because we can actually work downwards. So we'll get this one first, then we'll do the fires, then we'll go talk to this guy, then we'll do the fires, then we'll talk to this guy, then we'll do the fires, and then we'll go do the fires, and then fires, and the fires, and then done. Then 2 insta quest completions, because obviously, as I've said many times before now, we've done the epic battles, therefore it will let us skip them. And then we just have the darkest hour and time yet remains, which is going to be a bit weird to just jump into. But it's okay. Oh, so that's what the one in the Dome of Stars does.
Already a new
So
password.
the model of the city in the Dome of Stars to the lets you travel between before and after battle. So I presume at some point then that they didn't have the horses then. No, the Jedi have never told me that story. Nor has Mithrandir. Very upsetting. Okay. Fire. It wasn't a burning stone, it was just a stone. But it's fine. I'm not going to question it. Is there a... Can I just repetitively do the same one? Or does it make me do... I don't know how this works. Oh, I do actually just have to go to the next one. Okay, let's not carry that bucket then. Let's do this bucket and just carry on assuming that's the way it works. The way I actually thought it worked already.
We would soon need new passwords.
Oh, hiccups. Bucket. What if I look up level 100 best in slot? Burning Stone, and then we go all the way around. Got a guide to level 100 on the legendary servers. Let's have a quick overview and see what this would be looking at. Yeah, so update 14, 15, 16, 17. New instance in Osgiliath. So that's fun. Epic battles, roving threats. Dol Amroth. Central Gondor, Osgiliath. What on earth just happened? I was not paying attention. Bucket of water. Okay, I hope as well that I haven't accidentally skipped one. I accidentally skipped one. Wait, no I didn't. That's on this level. So now I've got to run in between. Let's see. So imbued legendary item system, that's obviously no longer relevant. So that's whatever. Essence system, Anorian crafting, reputation is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 reps I need to do. Oh, that's painful. Any expansion theme? I don't know. I mean, we've done a lot of dwarves, so elven stuff could be quite nice, but also because before the shadow is quite like man-centric in a sense. And I guess Hobbit-centric. So elves would be nice. Maybe something Bjorning related even. Could be an idea.
This gets the blood flowing, does it not?
An air of doom hangs over the city. But Forlorn does not seem to care.
I'm generally pretty happy with just whatever I get. I mean, one thing I've always wanted, and I've talked about it before a few times, but yeah, I just don't know if it will end up happening because kind of its placement in the story. Technically, it's already happening in game, but technically it also hasn't. I really want to see Scouring of the Shire. Not because I have a thing about hobbits. I just think it would be really interesting. Because Saruman, obviously, we don't actually kill Saruman. Right? So he's actually alive, technically still. I don't think he dies. I mean, maybe there's something that I'm forgetting, but I'm pretty sure we just, like, he just has a, what I described as a temper tantrum and throws us off the side of Orthanc, and we get rescued by some eagles in the raid. So, as far as I'm aware, he's not actually, like, dead. So, that is really weird to see someone in Besieged.
There's no hope for
But
us.
technically, Trouble in Tuckborough is Sundering of the Shire. I'm pretty sure it's like, it's not directly stated, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be. So yeah. I don't know. But that's also, I mean, that's post return to, like, they return to the Shire and find out it's been taken over. I mean, I actually don't know. He hated the hobbits for spoiling his plan, so he wanted revenge by turning it into another version of Mordor. I don't know how true that is, or how, like, necessarily correct. But yeah. So yeah, it's not in the movies, is it? So, not really explained there, obviously.
The host of Mordor will spare us if we open the gates.
I doubt it. Just saying. Just take some damage over time. Cool, thank you. Okay, that's done, and then we have a final one. Oh, it's over here. I mean, I think that's why it's not in it, right? Is because it's just like you have your sort of almost perfect ending, and then it's just another thing. Unless you had like a mini movie after the fact that was a scouring of the Shire, but then it's like kind of weird. You have like this trilogy, and then you have sort of just the addendum at the end. Well, yeah, that's the Great Havens and stuff like that I've said would be... I feel like if they knew the game was shutting down for any reasons, right? Like if let's say, I don't know, 2025, let's say the game had to shut for whatever reason it ends up being. I think stuff like that would be... You know how, oh, what was it? Was it Final Fantasy 14 that had like kind of just a complete reset in a sense? Like a restart or whatever? Like they had this like big server ending sort of event, and then it sort of restarted. I think that would be the perfect sort of send-off. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's people who you know, when Mordor came out and the ring gets destroyed, there was a lot of people, I think, that were kind of, oh, where do you go from there? Because in their minds, that's it. However, it's not like the world just stops after the ring's destroyed. There's obviously other stories that can be told. Because a lot of people are like, oh, well, is the game going to shut down now after the ring is destroyed? And this was obviously 5 years ago. And it's like, well, 6 years ago nearly. It's like, but clearly not. There is luckily tons of content before sort of an ending point. It does depend, I guess, how far they can go with certain things. Like, how far into the 4th age can they sort of go, you know? Like, can they do, like, rebuilding of Arnor and stuff?
Supporters of the withered tree are both disloyal and foolish.
And foolish? Can I...
We can only hope that the Rohirrim
No,
arrive
I can't.
before it's too
I want to
late.
get muster in Minas Tirith. I only have 6 tokens. I'm so sad. Luckily, I have a way of getting a load of Anorian items, so I don't have to worry about that. Oh, I got a shattered Rohirrim tracer. I didn't even realize. Yeah, luckily, I have a good way of getting a ton of Anorian items of everything. So, getting the materials to craft my... you know, Anorian Star of the Fist carving should be super easy. And then also on top of that, we have any Taylor stuff. I might just make some Taylor stuff. I obviously need to clear my inventory out significantly before all of this because it's just a mess. But I think it'll be interesting to craft a set and then get the barter set and then maybe have like a combination of a few. I don't think... Oh, technically the only Warden armor set that we have is Dol Amroth, but we can get higher level items past that. Dol Amroth would have been like update 14, right? And then update 17 would have been all the stuff we're doing now. So there's like 2 updates worth of best in slots that we can sort of progress through.
Ready yourself. The enemy prepares another assault.
Okay, luckily, as I said, we can just skip our epic battles. Also, more enhancement runes, I'm happy to see. We're up to 14. I'd love to be at 20, as I said.
Soldiers of Gondor, do
Another
not
2.
interfere.
And then we can also
Brond
just do that.
approaches. It
And
must
we are now
not
known
reach
to
the
Minas
gate.
Tirith.
Brond has served its purpose.
Cool.
The darkest hour is at hand.
The darkest hour. Right, we will go until we have finished chapter 13, but we have hit our 2 hours, which is where I was going to finish. But yeah, I feel like it would be very unfair for me to just stop 2 quests before, or an instance and a quest before the end of this content.
To the gate!
The Witch King of Angmar.
The Witch King of Angmar.
I don't know if it's
But in
lag
this
or if it's
darkest hour,
thingy,
I will
but
stand against him. You will not enter here.
what's gonna happen?
Go back to the abyss. It awaits you and your master.
That's where that is.
Is my...
I have that voice line saved somewhere, and I couldn't remember where it was from.
Can you not hear? The dawn is coming, and with it comes hope.
Oh no. I want them to do more of this stuff. I love this actual cinematic panning. It's very simple, but very, very effective in my opinion.
You must protect Peregrine.
No, Mitrandia. I can't believe they do this to you. Your storyline wasn't resolved yet. I need to run away from the Witch King. I'ma run. I think he follows. I could be wrong. I think it would be interesting to go through this and I think it would be really interesting to go through this content and with a max level character and just see if I can one shot, or like not one shot necessarily, but kill the Witch King in this situation. I should be able to go do this instance at like with Tarbellard. I just want to see what happens. I assume you can't actually kill him and he probably just goes down to 1 morale. Goth Mog as well. Oh my god, it's like my greatest hits.
Where is the steward? Find me the pretender.
Denethor.
I am here, vermin. I fight for my people.
But do you actually, Denethor? I'm just gonna wait for my AoE or damage over time to do its job. Look at all that experience I just got. Well, everybody's dying in blazes of not quite glory. Remain alert for any chance to help Peregrine or Denethor.
My lord!
Flee, young Peregrine.
Run away! Another, you know, a cutscene. I want more cutscenes. Honestly, that's just ultimately it. Like, this is really cool. And it is all obviously rendered in game. So it's gonna look as good as your hardware allows. And I want more of it. I want him to go back to old content and do it more. I thought Denethor was dead.
You understand.
What do I understand, Denethor? The fact you've been lying to me this entire time.
With the things I have seen, this must be what will happen.
Can I jump off? Ooh, I can.
This sad fate
I'm scared.
awaits us.
I kind of want to jump off.
Be avoided.
Oh, but I can't. I wanted to jump off. I don't know what that says about me. Okay. It was all a dream. I really wanted to see people's reactions to this when it first came out. Because someone is going to be like, that's not how that went. That's not right. And it's like, oh, wait a minute. Oh. I see. Okay. That quest is done. And then we get 3 enhancement runes, which puts us up to 19, which is crazy close. Maybe we'll be lucky enough to get an extra 1, but we do get tons of stuff with this. Because I think there is a chance we can get an extra 1. But from this quest, we get a load of things.
I saw you not 10 minutes ago.
We're not going to be
When I
doing
brought
that
you before the
quest
steward.
now
I will not
because
ask what
obviously
you
we're not
discussed
moving
with
on
the steward.
past
It is no
100.
business of mine.
So, more enhancement runes,
Spoke with the
tracery, then enhancement
Worries
runes,
etched upon your
then
face, my
tracery, then enhancement runes, and then box of 2 essence, and then we get a cloak of the Citadel Guard, which is a beautiful. Look at that.
feared it might be so.
That is... Oh, interesting. I forgot that we actually get a choice. I thought it was just going to be a character specific, basically, in the sense of, or just like you choose agility, you choose might, or whatever. I probably won't open this yet because I don't quite know what I want, because we can get a ton of agility, vitality, and then a load of crit, or we can get a ton of agility, or a decent amount of agility, a lot of vitality, finesse, fate, which is more stuff in general, or we can go tanking kind of stuff and get a ton of vitality. I'm actually curious. What is it? 4.8? Or is it... Character stat derivations. Vitality. Hunter is 4. No, sorry, Warden. We're a Warden. 4.8. That's why I was confused. So, as it stands right now, 423 times 4.8 plus 695. I'm getting 2,725.4 vitality from this cloak. From the tanking cloak, I get 2,721.6. I am not even getting that much more. I'm actually getting less, but obviously essence slot. So if I went for the middle tier, the finesse fate route, 405 times 4.8, I'm getting 1,900. I'm actually getting 800 less. So even if I went with a like a vitality essence plus 578, I'm still getting a less morale. But I wonder if a vitality essence, I mean, even essences 91 to 100, and then we go vitality, and then if I were to look up a supreme essence of vitality, how much is a regular essence one? 180. Okay, I doubt that's gonna be what's up there. Okay, I think I would get 405 plus 184. I don't think it's that much more, but and then you have fate, so times 4.8. Okay, so if I put a vitality essence on there, I get better. But I kind of want to go for the flexible cloak, which is 203 plus like 184, let's say, times 4.8, which does still give us 1,857, but gives us a ton of agility and also gives us that crit. But again, I might go a droid cloak of this Citadel cloak, guard cloak thingy, because I don't quite know. One thing I do want to do quickly though is head to, I mean, obviously I'll just lock that, and I'll lock that, and I'll lock that for now. But one thing I want to do is probably head to Thorin's Gate, since it's the closest to a skirmish camp. And I want to actually just have a look at essence. Essences are a weird thing. Supreme Essence of Vitality, yeah, level 100 is 184 Vitality. If I just got a Greater Essence of Vitality at 100, it's 182. So I'm not actually getting that much more. And then 180. See, it's one of those things where we can use the rare ones as a baseline and then sort of build up from there. Because if I were to go over to Curiosities Vendor, what I can do now, or when we get to 100 at the very least, we can go into here and get essences. And ideally, we can maybe look into getting seals if I do it on my max levels, so I can get essence reclamation scrolls. If not, I have a few, plus we have missions we can do. But we can just buy for 500 the Vitality Essence, the rare ones. We can grab the Physical Mastery as well. We can also grab the Crit, the Finesse, which are probably the main ones we need, right? So Crit, Finesse, Physical Mastery, and that's and Vitality, right? It's kind of annoying because, so in theory, I don't think it's actually the case, but in theory, that's our best in slot thing, right? Or is it this one? Yeah, this one. In theory, that's our best in slot. I don't know if it actually is. Remains to be seen. But we can only get one. And that's bound to our character. So... oh. Citadel Guard Captain. I can't spell the word guard correctly apparently. Unless there's a way you can like barter for it. No. I mean, cosmetically at least, it should look pretty good. It might even fit better in some regards than our current cloak, but I think my current cloak is better. Just saying. Yeah, I just don't know which one. I want to say flexible or deft. Actually, all three are good. This is the biggest issue. What I need to do is just like either find a cloak or go Moat's cloak, because I should be able to go Moat's cloak and get myself an essence anyway, and potentially have something better. If I want to go like a tanking one, I can potentially get a nice tanky one, and the essence I can put on at 100, but I've obviously got to get to 100 first. But yeah, it's kind of annoying because again, if we could get tanking versus like, we can't have both, right? So we've got to find the best one for now and then potentially a tanky one later. It's just really annoying that this level 75 cloak has set such a high bar for everything. But all we need to do now is get to 100. I still need to work out my shield situation because that's going to be an interesting one. And then we know epic battle gear already. We know what's going to be happening for a while. And then armor is the main thing, and then this one at 100. I should be able to just craft that for myself at this point without too much issue, but we will see. Have I leveled these up? I should probably level up this heraldry stuff. I want to see what I can get up to. If I take that off and put it back on, that should update. 45k, and then if I put my actual earrings on, 47,897. And bearing in mind, I should have a bit of loyalty to pick up as well. So that should boost at 50, sorry, significantly. So I definitely think we can hit 50k. I'm just curious on whether or not we can hit 60k, because that's going to be the big one. So let's just put these back on for the minute. And then hopefully... I'm actually also curious. I know I said I was going to finish, but Heraldry of the Sparrow. I don't know if anybody's looked at what... I guess I could look at Heraldry of the Sparrow at 201 and see the stats there. Because what are they now? I should be at like 490 on the Vitality. So that's not too bad. That's the thing, ultimately. If I can find a better cloak that maybe has less health, but it gives me better stats, at least I can make up for the health here and on the essences now. So that's also a thing. Anyway, that's going to be it for tonight. A bit of a shorter one, but obviously we just wanted to get that done mostly, and now it's on to heading back to Blackroot Vale and doing all the stuff from there. So that should be just a little bit of time, but an interesting one at the very least. It probably shouldn't take us too much longer to get to 100. We're like a level and a quarter away, so I definitely think it's like less than 2 hours away, which is good, especially if we chuck on a double XP, obviously. And then tomorrow we should have double XP up till pretty much the end of 98 anyway, and then we can spend a bit of time looking for reforges and all that couple of things. But yeah, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you all for coming along. Hope you enjoyed. Hopefully the lag is a bit better tomorrow. And yeah, we'll start with some epics, not epics, side content, deeds, and the like. I might even just like try and do some quick deeds at the beginning just to finish off like loyalty. I would like to see my my vitality boost. That would be nice. And I'll also go look for hopefully one more enhancement rune. That's kind of annoyed me. Either that or I'll go mithril. I don't normally like using mithril in legendary weapons, but there's a chance I'll do it just for the heraldry. But yeah, I'm gonna go. See you guys later, and yeah, bye bye.